everybody. Welcome again to the Crash and Burn podcast. Tonight we are doing No Way Out 2009. It took place on February 15, 2009 from the Key Arena in Seattle, Washington. We only have 5 matches on the card. Wyatt, come on in.
Welcome everyone to the fastest rising podcast. That is the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. We are reviewing No Way Out 2009, which was a very decent pay-per-view. You had some decent chamber matches and 3 other matches on the card. And I mean, pretty good matches on the show. But Jason, if you could get the referees to ring the bell and get the announcer to hold their mic, we'll get ready to get this rolling.
Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship. Triple H defeated The Undertaker, Jeff Hardy, Big Show, Vladimir Kozlov, and Edge. Thoughts?
Yeah, but I mean, I thought that was a very good chamber match way to start the show. I mean, you did have Triple H in there and others. I mean, Edge and Jeff Hardy were the first 2 people to start the match. And I do remember when Jeff Hardy got Edge in a leverage pin, and then that led to Edge getting eliminated so quickly, and that led to them getting a new WWE champion because Edge beat Jeff Hardy at the Royal Rumble in that year, and because of Matt Hardy betraying his own brother. And yeah, I thought that was and then you have that led to Vladimir Kozlov getting eliminated, who became a rising star that year. You led to Big Show getting eliminated by Jeff Hardy, giving him a swanton on top of the pod. And then Jeff Hardy gets eliminated. Then Triple H and Undertaker is the last 2 in the chamber, killing it until Triple H took the win. And then that led to him taking on Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
A good way to kick off the show. I definitely enjoyed this match. It's worth watching. So I highly suggest watching this show. But anyways, Randy Orton defeated Shane McMahon in a no-holds-barred match. I always enjoy no-holds-barred matches, and this one is another good one, so I enjoyed this one. Wyatt?
I mean, I thought it was very decent. I remember Randy Orton pairing up with Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase, which was the legacy, and then that led to them I remember when Shane was getting carried away on an episode of Raw, and then Randy Orton RKO'd Stephanie. And I do remember one night when Triple H got tied in handcuffs, and Randy Orton was literally there kissing Stephanie. And, I remember Vince almost fired Randy Orton until Randy Orton pun kicked him, and I knew Randy Orton just had that sick in the head of a mind. And then Randy Orton Randy Orton picked up the win to defeat Shane McMahon in the holds-barred match. And Shane McMahon actually left that year in WWE. So, I thought that was decent, and that led to Randy Orton fighting Triple H.
Jack Swagger defeated Finlay for the ECW Championship. This is a nice short match. It may be short, but it's still pretty good. I enjoyed it. Why?
I thought, the match was very, it was very solid. I feel like the right person won because Swagger was rising in ECW along with Christian. And, Jack Swagger's, I remember, my favorite Swagger attire was definitely the Swagger singlet where it was black and then you had purple along with it. I feel like that was his best attire in my opinion. But Jack Swagger was on the rise with his ECW title, and there was no chance in hell that Finlay was going to win that. But right person won.
Up next, Shawn Michaels defeated JBL.
My opinion on that one, that was a very, I remember Shawn Michaels was like JBL's butler or something, whatever. Shawn Michaels was literally obeying JBL and had to, do whatever he told him to do. Michaels did not want to do that and all, and then, that led to them having a match. I remember John Cena and JBL having a match at the Rumble that year, and Shawn Michaels, Sweet Chin Music Cena, tried to help JBL win, and JBL failed to attempt to win. And then, Michaels defeating JBL was all right. Them two really disliked each other for a chance. But, Michaels got the win until that led to him fighting The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and I believe JBL lost when against Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental title, which JBL won the Intercontinental title, and JBL left the company. So, main event time.
Yeah, so for this match, Shawn Michaels defeating JBL. JBL, you said he left the company, or am I hearing you wrong?
He left the company after WrestleMania 25.
Yeah, he left the company after that Mania, and Shawn Michaels picked up the win. It's pretty good, so I enjoyed the match overall. The storytelling and the build up towards this matchup is pretty good. I enjoyed it, and yeah, main event time. Edge defeated Rey Mysterio, Chris Jericho, John Cena, Mike Knox, and Kane for the Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight title. So, go ahead.
What were your thoughts on the match?
Oh, main event?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I enjoyed it. It's a pretty good way to close off this incredible pay-per-view, and Edge pick up the win is pretty good. There are a lot of great spots on there. Great story was being told here, and yeah, it's just another good way to close off the show. And my rating is a 10 out of 10 because I enjoyed it all. So, Wyatt.
I mean, that was an enjoyable chamber match. I remember Kofi Kingston was originally supposed to be in that match until Edge had that dirty mind to attacking Kofi and then whacking him with a steel chair onto the steps. I mean, that's definitely a huge classic. And then Edge really snuck into the pod, and then Rey Mysterio went after him, and then Chris Jericho came out, and now led to starting to fight. And I mean, Edge really had a sneaky mind. That proves how much of a great heel Edge was, because Edge was fucked over.
Edge is a good heel,
so Edge really had to have a plan in mind to do what he had to do. But I mean, you had Kane eliminated by Rey Mysterio. Kane was the first one to be eliminated. Man, I forgot Mike Knox even competed in an Elimination Chamber match. Mike Knox was extremely underrated. I mean, Mike Knox had a lot of potential. He got eliminated by a Codebreaker by Jericho. John Cena surprisingly barely lasted in the chamber, which he got a Codebreaker from Jericho, a 619 from Mysterio. Edge spears his ass. That led to Cena getting eliminated. Then Jericho gets eliminated by Mysterio. And then Edge surprisingly hits a spear and wins the World Heavyweight title and comes to Monday Night Raw with it. And that led to him fighting Big Show and Cena at WrestleMania. And I'm going to tell you, I mean, that was something we didn't see coming.
All right.
But
so
that was definitely a good idea. I mean, Edge.
Right person won.
Anyways.
Yep,
Yeah.
Right person won. So, anyways, I shared my thoughts on my rating, and so what's your rating?
Rey Mysterio pretty much carried that match because Rey was literally kicking ass the entire time. Him and Jericho pretty much carried that match.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways, what is your rating?
I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10? All right, so yeah, thank you all for watching this episode of Crash and Burn, our review on No Way Out 2009. I believe this is the shortest one we've done in history, at least during the podcast existence. So we hope you all enjoyed, and our next episode, Wyatt, do you want to announce it?
Super Showdown 2020.
Here's why, because if y'all realize, we did all the pay-per-views in 2020, except Super Showdown, so might as well complete the 2020 pay-per-views. So
let's try to get it every year.
Yeah, we'll try to do that. We'll make that our goal. And after that, I believe is a Ruthless Aggression era pay-per-view. At least from Wyatt's choosing. Anyways, so thank you all for watching. And in terms of the Moshcast next episodes, let me look at this. So the next episode for the Moshcast is Tech 9 Something Else and Yellow Wolf Love Story. So we hope you all stay tuned for our upcoming episodes for both our podcasts. And yeah, see you then. I'm also glad to be back after being away on the previous episode since I attended the recent episode of SmackDown, which I had a good time. And the next event I'll be attending is AEW Dynamite Grand Slam. So anyways, thank you for watching, and Wyatt, end this off.
Thank you all for watching the Broadcast is Rising podcast and Pro Wrestling, the Wrestling podcast. Please give a like, a comment, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you all for sitting back. I know it's the middle of the night. I'm tired and all. I've had a long night and got to see some great people. But and it's always good to do a Crash and Burn episode once I get home. But again, hope you all enjoyed it, and you can watch this pay-per-view exclusively on Peacock. And hope to see you next time.
Yep, this may be short, but we'll see you all next time. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye.
Crash and burn!